What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be talking about the meta tier list post Legacy of Destruction. Now, of course, we're gonna be talking about decks that are purely affected by getting new support from the set, or they're coming over from the OCG. So just those decks we're gonna be talking about in this video. But guys, before we get started with this video, I did a video a few days ago actually on cards that you should buy before Legacy of Destruction comes out this month. Definitely go ahead and consider checking it out. I'll leave the link down below for you guys to do that as well. But let's go ahead and get started with this list. And we have Meta Definer, Next Best Thing, Has Potential, Experienced Pilot, and of course, Tough Spot, otherwise known as Copium. So let's get started here. We have a lot of decks that are really interesting to talk about as well. And first up is Goblin Biker. So this continued support from the last core set is getting more support here. And it's nice to see, of course, the new support. It has a variety of cards. You have the XYZ monster, which actually allows your Goblin Bikers, enables them to attack directly too, and it can actually negate attacks. So it's not the best in the world, but at the same time, being able to allow your Goblin Biker monsters to attack directly is a really nice theme for the strategy. So with that in mind, and all the rest of the cards too, you have the Trap card, which actually is kind of like a rank up XYZ card, which is really cool too as well. I'm going to actually put this as Has Potential. It has been doing really well in the meta without the support. So with the added support, and you could run another engine with it as well, pretty good. I think it honestly has really good potential in our meta game. Going on to our next one here, we of course have Voiceless Voice. And guys, Voiceless Voice is a deck that has powered through hand traps, right? Let's just say that right away. It powers through hand traps and still does what it wants to do. Now, with the added cards, it actually increases the strength of the deck. And honestly, I gotta say that I really think that it has a huge potential in our meta. Now, a lot of people have kind of are, assuming that, okay, well, the jig's up, like we already know what the deck does, so we're gonna easily beat it. But personally, I think that the deck will do really well. And I don't think it's at the level of like Sinful Spoils, but it's like, honestly, for me guys, it's the next best thing. That's my opinion, next best thing. But what do you guys think down below? Of course, anything that you guys agree or disagree with the list, let me know down below in the comment section, of course. Going on to, we have Earthbounds. Earthbounds are getting support in this set. Unfortunately though, I'm gonna put them at Tough Spot. I think that since they've been out, it's still been very hard to kind of go off with the combo lines, and it's just not enough. The new support, well, the support it got, from, of course, a few months ago, it's interesting, but at the same time, it's not against the current meta that is out. It's just not going to go very far. But I think maybe in the future, we might see something different. Next up, guys, is Melodious, and I'm really interested to see Melodious in this new metagame because the new support is kind of crazy if you didn't know. First of all, with the combo lines, if your opponent tries to Nibiru you, you pretty much can just banish your monsters. End phase, it comes back, so you're protected. Also, it has multiple bounce effects. So on your opponent's turn, you can definitely bounce, I believe, up to 3 cards or even more from their field back to their hand, which is really cool to see in 2024. And all of this, guys, based off of a 1-card combo. You have to love 1-card combo decks. They're the best. But for all of this, I have to put that it has potential, because honestly, I do feel like it does have potential. Mixed with the right things, maybe mixed with a correct engine, or you can play it just purely, but we'll see what happens with that. Going on to our next pick, we have Centur-ion. Centur-ion's nice because it has a synchro monster now that actually protects your back row. So, of course, you're trying to get more advantage by summoning them back onto the field, of course, right? And this will prevent them from being destroyed. So you're able to actually go along with that. So I think that Centur-ion has come a long way, and they are a deck where it's more of a mid-range strategy, in my opinion. So having a card like this really helps protect the combo lines. And like I said, guys, in the previous videos, that they have some really good synchro choices in their extra deck build. So I wish them the best. And for this reason, I might actually put them, might be a little ambitious, but I'm going to say next best thing. We'll see what happens with that as we go further into the format, of course. The next deck we have up here, guys, that is getting support in Legacy of Destruction is Chimera. Now, Chimera is getting a lot of support in terms of illusion support too. And we have to remember that this is a relatively still newer-ish strategy, and it's going to be getting a lot more support as we go down the line. I feel like the support isn't too strong right now, but we'll kind of give it some time. It is a new type as well, so hopefully Konami does not let us down. But for all these reasons, and what it has done before. I will put this at has potential currently. Going on to Skull Servant. Yes, Skull Servant in 2024. Crazy. A lot of crazy things are happening, right? But I'm gonna have to put this at a tough spot. I'm sorry, I don't think you're going for game in 2024 against meta decks at least. But older formats, hey, why not, right? It's cool to see though. It's always nice to see older, like really old support come out. So it's nice to see that. Going on to the next one, which is Mermeal, because we are technically getting some type of water support. I just don't think the deck is going to do well in this current age, but who knows, right? Of course, they might get a new Link monster or something down the line, and then here we go. Now, going on to Lightsworn. Yes, Lightsworn, probably the most anticipated thing we're getting from this new set. And Lightsworn, just wow, the amount of stuff that it can actually do now is kind of crazy. You can make some materialments, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with it. You can pretty much add things back to the top of your deck and then select which card you want to mill. It's kind of crazy. Yes, you get to choose which cards you mill. So for all those reasons, we're putting this at the top. Even the new synchro monster here, I believe it's a fusion monster, actually lets you, when it's destroyed, actually add Judgment Dragon and the Punishment Dragon from your Banish Zone back to your hand. So it has a lot of huge effects to actually go off. And I have a lot of hope for this deck. I hope that it goes far. Going on to our next one, which is the Tempe Dragons strategy, right? So Tempe has a lot of controversy. Either a lot of people say it's insanely good, or it's just like, it sucks. So the people who say that it's insanely good is the fact that they can pretty much just like OTK you, even if you use like Pot of Prosperity and you do half battle damage. You probably use 2 Pot of Prosperities if you could in the same turn and still OTK the opponent. That's how crazy the deck is. And the fact also is that it runs a very small engine, so you can fit like 20 to 22 hand traps in your build, which is kind of crazy. Like you guys know, it's similar to something like, at least to me, like something like a Sky Striker. They can run a small build and have a huge amount of hand traps. But I have a lot of hope for the deck. I think that it really can be the next best thing, but only time will tell, of course, on how far it goes in the meta. Going on to Ancient Gear. And Ancient Gear, the new support that we're getting from this set is really cool. And the reason I say that is because it enables you not only to add Gear Town more frequently back from your deck to your hand, but enables you to destroy Gear Town as many times as you want. I believe 2 or 3 times, so you're automatically activating it over and over and over again. And there's no once per turn effect on Gear Town too, so it's really cool to see. I hope we get like some type of like ultimate rare Gear Town. That would be really cool, because I think the highest copy is like maybe super ultra rare, but that's a whole nother video. So for all these reasons though, I would say that it has potential at least. I mean, it's an all-time GX favorite, so I hope they do it right. Going on to Ashen. So for me, Ashen right now, I believe it's an experienced pilot. I don't think the new support it's getting is, incredible, but at the same time, the deck just pretty much just like came out like the last core set. So you do have to also think about that. And I think it's more of a long-term thing. We have to kind of wait and see how the next support will actually provide, give it better legs to stand on. Going on to Sinful Spoils, Snake Eyes, however you want to say it, everything, right? Yeah, it's a meta-defining deck. I mean, hey, they're already like 100% meta. They're tier 0 at this point, and the further support just kind of even solidifies that. So personally for me, it is the year of fire, right? So you can't really go past that. Going on to Dinos. So Dinos, Dinos are getting a 1 card, like pretty much a 1 card in this set, and it's not a good card, to be honest with you. So the reason being is that you can't special summon it unless you control 2 monsters already, and the fact too that you have to tribute a monster to actually get the effect off. And it's bad because if you get interrupted there, then you're kind of going neg, like what, 1 or 2 already at that point. So you're kind of losing a lot more than gaining, and it's very iffy. Now, the monster you do summon off the effect gets destroyed at the end phase. So you could do like a baby, or you can't even do like a baby or a Peridon because it has to be higher than the monster you tributed originally. So it's not the best card, and for that reason, I would actually put that at tough spot. Personally, I would put it at experienced pilot if we're talking about the deck in totally. So it's pretty much Dinos, new support, but actually it's Dinos, just same Dinos right now. I would put it at Experienced Pilot, but the new support does not help it at all. Going on to Momentos. Momentos is interesting. I don't think we've seen Momentos get support in the last set. Catch me if I'm wrong, but Momentos is an interesting strategy, and it's insanely cheap to pick up as well if we're doing like a budget tier list. For that reason too, I would actually put it at Experienced Pilot. I want to see what they can do in this format. I have a lot of hope for them. They're actually a really cool archetype, so we'll see kind of what happens with that as we go further in the format. Going on, guys, to our next pick here, which is pretty much Yugi's support in general. This is the Gandora monster, of course. This is the Silent Magician, everything like that. Put it in a tough spot. It's very nostalgic. I don't think it's going to do go very far in the meta, but they are really cool reprints, and they're at least, worth checking out and seeing, if you would want to just try them out and play casually. We have Goaty, and Goaty I would put at Experienced Pilot, because I think at this point, a lot of people don't play Goaty, but at the same time, people that do are very experienced and know exactly how to pilot that deck to make it succeed. And again, it does get the new water support, and it's not Goaty support, it's more water support. So we'll see how far they can take that, right? That's the end goal of this. Going to Gold Pride. So every time I see this, I'm like, Gold Pride Punk? No, Gold Pride. Gold Pride has been in an interesting spot for a long time, which I really want them to succeed. Gold Pride Punk, with of course Gold Pride being a TCG archetype, exclusive archetype, but unfortunately, they don't really, they go probably like top 64, stuff like that, but they didn't really go too far. I hope with this new support, it can actually push them further up. So I would actually put this at Experienced Pilot currently. They have the same problem as Goaty, where I don't think many people are playing the deck, but with the new support, I feel like it will kind of, energize people to kind of try it again and try it with the new support and see if they can go far with it. Now, we have Valmonica, and Valmonica for me would be in a tough spot. So the new support is nice with Valmonica, protects the monsters from being attacked, but at the same time, okay, we have a lot of effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can just kind of destroy and just nuke boards, like with the new Lightsworn monsters, right? So negating attacks, we need to go further past that at this point. So if they kind of can do that, then we can talk again. But currently, I don't think so. Last but not least, we have Yubel, and they're getting 2 new support cards. They're getting the Grave Squirmer Rewave monster, plus they're getting the Throne field spell, and that spell is so special because it not only lets you add Yubel to your hand, you can destroy it, get off effects. It has a lot of effects. You can recycle it from the graveyard, so that card is pretty much everything the deck needs. Plus, they're getting further support in another set as well. And for all those reasons, personally, I think it could be the next best thing, because they have been doing really well so far. And I think with this support, it can actually push them further. At least I hope, because I love the deck. If you guys like the video, make sure you give it a huge like. Comment down below if you guys like the list or disliked it. I want to hear both opinions. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, before I clock out here, make sure to check out GameNerd.com. They are amazing and have so many different types of things, from Yu-Gi-Oh! They have board games. They of course have miniatures, everything. Definitely go ahead and check them out. If you guys buy anything using my link down below, I get a little something back so I can help out the channel and continue to provide you with quality content. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.